Why do some memories last a lifetime? Others seem to vanish like morning mist. Think about your very earliest childhood memory. How clear and vivid is it even now? Memory is a strange and truly wonderful thing. It carefully holds our entire personal history and constantly shapes who we are today. Our brains are really amazing machines. So what exactly is memory? How does it work? In simple terms, it is our mind's special ability that allows us to store information and bring that information back later. Think of it like a personal library located right inside your head. It stores all your experiences, facts, and skills. We use this incredible library every single day. Memory is incredibly important for us. We truly need it for almost everything we do. Remembering people's faces helps us connect with them. Learning new things like a language or a skill relies heavily on memory. Can you imagine what life would be like without memory? It would be very confusing and extremely difficult. Our memories collect to make us who we are. They are the building blocks of our personal stories. Is memory like a perfect video camera? Does it record every single detail accurately? The answer to that question is actually no. Memory is not always a perfect recording. Sometimes our brains tend to fill in the gaps. Sometimes memories can even change over time. It is more like putting a complex puzzle together. Some pieces might be missing or slightly altered. Our memory is not just one single storage box, it actually has many different systems within it. These different systems all work closely together. Each of these systems has its own special job. Understanding these types helps us see how memory really works. It is much like exploring a large house with many different rooms inside, each serving a unique purpose for storing things. One important type is called short-term memory. Some scientists prefer to call it working memory. This particular memory holds a small amount of information for a very short period. Think about remembering a new phone number. You might repeat it to yourself several times, then quickly dial it into your phone. After that, you might completely forget it. That is short-term memory. Then there is the very important long-term memory. This is for information we need to keep for much longer. It can store truly vast amounts of information lasting for days, weeks, or even an entire lifetime. Think of your cherished childhood memories, or perhaps the name of the capital city of your country. These kinds of things are stored in your long-term memory. It's like a huge, sprawling library with countless shelves. Long-term memory itself has different parts too. One part is called explicit memory or declarative memory. This is for things you consciously know and can explain, like important facts or significant past events. Your last birthday party is an episodic memory, an event. Knowing that an apple is a fruit is semantic memory, a fact. Another part is implicit memory or procedural memory. This is for skills like riding a bicycle or typing. You just do it. How does the brain actually go about making memories? It is a very complex and fascinating process. Memories are not neatly stored in just one single place. Instead, many different parts of your brain work together. A part called the hippocampus is very important for new memories, but many other brain areas are involved too. It is like a well-coordinated team effort happening inside your head. This teamwork allows us to learn and remember. The very first step in making a memory is called encoding. This is how information initially gets into your memory system. Your senses pick up all sorts of information from the world around you. Your brain then carefully changes this information into a special form it can store. Paying very close attention is extremely important for good encoding. If you're not paying attention to something, you probably will not remember it well. Focus is key for this initial stage. After the encoding stage, the brain needs to store the information. This next phase is called storage. This involves making actual physical changes in your brain. These important changes happen between your brain cells, which are called neurons. The connections between these neurons can become stronger. This strengthening helps to hold the memory securely. It is somewhat like creating a new, clear pathway in a dense forest. The more you use the path, the clearer it becomes. New memories often need time to become stable and strong. This essential strengthening process is called consolidation. Consolidation makes memories much more permanent and lasting. Sleep plays a very important and active role here. When you are asleep, your brain works hard to solidify and organize your memories. It is like letting freshly applied glue dry completely. This process helps the memory stick around for much longer. Having memories carefully stored away is not enough, of course. We also need to be able to get them out again. This vital process is known as retrieval. It is very much like searching for a specific book in a vast library. Sometimes finding the book is quite easy. At other times it can be surprisingly tricky. The memory is there somewhere, but we cannot quite access it. This is a common experience for all of us. How do we find these stored memories successfully? Special things called cues can help us a lot. A cue is like a helpful hint or a reminder. A particular smell can sometimes bring back a very strong memory. A certain song might instantly remind you of a special time or person. These cues act like specific search keys for our brain. They effectively help your brain locate the stored information. They can unlock doors to our past experiences. Take care of your mental health. Why do you think you forget sometimes? Forgetting is actually a normal part of how memory works. This is similar to an old photograph losing its vibrant color. Other times, we cannot retrieve a memory effectively. This might be because we lack the right cues. Forgetting can also be helpful in some ways. It helps our brain to focus on what is currently important. If you are caring for someone who has dementia, see the online course titled Being a Dementia Caregiver on udemy.com. Memory is truly a remarkable and complex human ability. It intimately connects us to our personal past. It constantly guides our present actions and decisions. It also helps us to plan and imagine for the future. Without our memory, our lives would be profoundly different. So, take a moment to think. What is one memory you cherish deeply? So why do you think that particular memory has stayed with you so very clearly? Our memories make us uniquely who we are.